This demonstration is entitled Importing XML into TCSQL. XML can be viewed as an object graph. What we will demonstrate is a tool called XML to TCSQL, featuring the ability to import a given XML document into corresponding object tables of a TCSQL soft schema. In this demonstration, we show three windows here. In the upper right, we show a text document called shiporder.xml. So this is basically an XML document. To the left of that, we see another text document called shiporder.xsd. This is the schema definition of the XML document on the right. So this XSD document is used to validate the correctness of the XML document here. To the lower right, we see a third application called XML to TCSQL. What we're going to do in this demonstration is demonstrate the ability to import both XSD documents and XML documents. Now, if you look at these documents here, you can think of an XSD document as representing a class graph, and you can think of an XML document as representing an object graph. Think of it as instantiating instances of class definitions here in our class graph. So the first thing I want to do is show you that we're going to be starting with an empty database here. So now we're looking at a Microsoft SQL Server window here, and we're going to look at the demonstration database here. And I want to show you that, prove to you that we're starting out with no records in our class table for ID greater than 39. And there are currently no class connection records here, as indicated here. Similarly, I will demonstrate the fact that our TCSQL object table is currently empty. And similarly, we have no object connections here, so no records returned. Okay, so now we're going to execute our application here, and we specified the name of the XML file here, the full path. We gave it a vocabulary name. This happens to represent the name of the collection of all of the nodes of our object graph. A namespace here, this name happens to represent the collection name for all of the nodes in our class graph. So let's go ahead and execute it here. And we see that 17 records were created in our TCSQL object table here. So now let's take a look at our class graph here. Let's start out looking at the nodes here. And so now we have 13 records here corresponding to the nodes of our class graph. Let's look at our class connections here. So in executing this view, we see in this column indent name here. The values here correspond to the elements you see in our XSD document here. Let's now take a look at our XML document on the left here now. So we should now see records in our TCSQL object table. And here are our name value pairs representing the nodes of our object graph here. Now let's take a look at our object connections here. And so we see the following here. And so each record here corresponds to the elements you see in our XML document here. In parentheses are the value of those current nodes here. So what I've demonstrated here is a powerful ability to import both XML and XSD documents.